Hi, I'm Selena. Welcome to the CoreFit lifestyle. Come do Pilates with me. This is the real deal Pilates abdominal workout. We start with the ruler, right in line with your shoulder blades, connecting the shoulders down away from the ears and using the movement of the shoulders and chest as one unit to contract and pull down toward the navel. So we're really going for deep contraction. Always anchoring through the shoulders, arms extended in line with the ears, gives more resistance for that long lever line. We're trying to turn off the neck and focus on using the shoulders and chest as one unit. Opening the chest to come back and breathing in. Exhaling to round and come down. And now we're using the band as the support for the head to turn off the neck, reaching all the way back, creating an extension in the top of the spine, and then adding that resistance with this, which is the weight of your head, as you curl forward from the chest. And this also helps to facilitate the breathing. So as you go back, you're inhaling, creating space, opening, and exhaling to contract and come forward. Now we're going to be focusing on using the armpit as the guide point, turning from the armpit to touch the knee. Always relieving the neck by letting the weight of the head rest in the sling. Leading with the armpit, not the elbow. Leaving the weight of the head in the sling. And reaching long through the leg, that long lever creates the resistance on the obliques. And of course, this is the isometric, so we're pressing knee and elbow together. There we stabilize the leg and rotate from the rib cage, chest and shoulders, focusing on using the armpit as your guidepost. No neck at all. And that rotation is really turning on those obliques. It's on fire. And we're going into that extended leg to create the resistance in the lower abdominal, rotating using the armpit as your guide to turn on the obliques. And so we're working on the contralateral from one side to the other, right across the abdominals. And then we press elbow to knee to hold the isometric at the end. Connect and contract. Hold it. And the same effect of turning off the neck, we just use the props. This is the ring to support the weight of the head. And now the shoulders has to lift the weight of the head as you connect down from the chest. The roller helps us to turn off the hip flexors. We squeeze on the roller with the feet and the knees. Inner thighs turned on. And we're working on that rotation from the armpit. Holding the roller between the feet and the knees really turns on the inner thighs. So we're taking pressure off of the hip flexors as you engage a different part of your leg. Moving the elbow on the outside of the roller helps to guide you to get a deeper rotation, aiming for the outside of the knee and leaving the weight of the head in the ring. Turning off the neck, we lead with the armpit. Rotating the rib cage, chest and shoulders, squeezing on the roller, activating the inner thigh, turning off the hip flexor, and using the breathing. And this is real deal focus. Shutting off the hip flexors, turning on the inner thighs, using the position of the roller to Enhance the rotation. So we're trying to get to the outside of the roller on that side. No neck. Exhale. Fire it up. And now we're nailing the roller into the ground, anchoring the shoulders. Head is down. Pulling the pelvis up off the ground, using that small ball as the resistance. It is the pelvic lift that squeezes the ball. It's not an increase in the angle between the thighs and the chest. It's more the pelvis lifting that squeezes the ball. Reach long through your legs, reach long, press into the ball, keep the pelvis up, big time lower abdominal burn, push, push, anchor those arms down. And now we fire it up with straight legs, connecting on the ball, picking up that pelvis. Stability, lower abdominal. Using the roller as a guide, reaching long through the extended leg, pulling up on the pelvis to use it as a guide to tap. Nail the roller down, anchor the shoulders. So the straight leg acts as the long lever, that's the resistance, and the bent knee is weight that your pelvis has to lift against gravity. The tighter you squeeze the ball is the more weight you create. The longer you keep the leg is the more resistance you create with that long lever leg. Pull up and tap. Try not to lift the lower back. Engage those lower abdominals and move slow through this. And the weighted ball adds resistance, keeping the lower back down. Notice the shoulders are completely elevated off the ground and we're rotating from the ribs. Using the resistance of the ball, pulling, reaching up and over. Turn, center, turn the ribs. Good, shutting off the neck. We're keeping the resistance on the chest, supporting the weight of the head with one hand to turn off the neck. Working against gravity. It's a very small movement, but it goes a long way with that resistance. Now we're using it behind the head, so we're using it like a pillow. More weight behind the head, plus the weight of the head, adds a ton of resistance for you to lift your shoulders against gravity. Curl the chest down toward the navel, hold the legs in place. And similarly, we work on the one side with the weight on the shoulder. This is major focus. This is results. Just keep pushing. Turn armpit to knee. Very important to save your neck. Support all the weight of your head in that hand. You'll feel your arms getting a workout too. And breathe. And now we anchor the shoulders down, elbows and hands, using the resistance between the feet. That little resistance ball is a real good tool. It is dangerous. It looks so unassuming. But just to squeeze it between the feet and keeping those legs long to lift against gravity is a whole lot of work. But it's always worth it. Great work.